Well, here we are at CES. We found Phil McKinney from HP, and he's going to talk to us just a little bit about, and he's going to reveal all the secrets. No, we're not going to talk about that at all, but Phil, you've been around a little bit at CES. I don't know how much you've seen, but everybody's bringing their A game now. We've got tablets, we've got smartphones with tremendous capability. I'm not going to ask specifics, but you guys got something up your sleeve. You're not worried about this stuff that you're seeing here? Or is it making you think?
Well, you got to think about it. I mean, when there's what 100 slates and tablets that have been announced here at CES. Thursday night, David Poe, New York Times, asked me to make a prediction on the slates and tablet market space, and I said I went out on a limb. I said by summer there will not be 100 slates and tablets in the marketplace. I think it's just it's just this land rush that's happening. The reality is how do you deliver a differentiated experience versus being yet one more hardware platform running a common OS that everybody has. Plus, for us, it's really about the technologies that really move the game forward, being on the web standards, web-centric, really driving that piece. And I'm on the record saying we will release a WebOS tablet, slate, pad, whatever you want to call it, in early 2011. And we've sent out the press invite for February 9th of it, and you'll have to stay tuned.
Well, let me ask you one more question then. David wrote an article yesterday about what it may take for HP to really stand out. And one of the things that we talked about was ecosystem. And I know you've mentioned ecosystem before and integrated devices. Are we going to see a lot of, I mean, is that going to be a big focus for what the differentiating factor of WebOS moving forward is?
Well, the
or is it just part of the whole thing?
No, I mean, you get into the whole app war, right? It's kind of the table stakes game. For us, it's not just about quantity, but it's about the quality of the apps. Working, building a very close relationship with the application development community. The support that we continue to give to the homebrew guys out there. Opening it up, letting them, get in there and dig around in the operating system. I mean, look, if you look at kind of the 1.4.5 or the 1.5.0 release of WebOS and you compare it to the 2.0 release, a lot of the ideas that came out that are in 2.0 came from the homebrew guys and from that community. So for us, it's about continuing to support that kind of a community and build the quality of the apps that are available. But at the same time, you got to continually feed that engine. And for us, from an HP perspective, it is one of our focus areas and how we continue to build that community and bring more apps onto the platform.
Well, let's look at ecosystem from the other direction, from WebOS on your printer and WebOS, having a seamless experience among the devices that the person has in their family. Is that another part of that focus?
Very much so. I mean, we've been very public about the fact that we will have WebOS on other kinds of platforms other than just mobile phones, so WebOS printers. I jokingly say inside of HP, I'm waiting for someone to pitch a project for a WebOS light bulb, But, so I can tell you that inside of HP, there's an immense amount of focus on WebOS and enablement of WebOS across different kinds of form factors, different kinds of platforms. Printers makes the logical choice. If you've seen the new HP eStation printer, which has the Slate device built into it, that's an Android-based today, but it gives you kind of a good peek under the hood as where that direction's going, and putting printer-enabled apps onto devices that allow you to take advantage of that.
Very good.
I have one question. I'm David behind the camera here, sorry. The Motorola Atrix is out.
Right. Yes.
I'm assuming you've wandered around and seen that.
Well, actually, this morning I put a tweet out asking for my followers to make a suggestion. It's the #1 vote getter where everybody's telling me I have to go spend some time.
We actually posted on it this morning. We saw it yesterday. And have you gone to see it yet?
I have not seen
it yet. The trick of it is you can dock it, and you can it plugs into your desktop or your entertainment system or something like that. Do you see that as the future at all of, without getting specific of course, but of phones at all, or you think that's just kind of a one-off?
No, I mean, HP, we did a project, I'm going to say it was 4 or 5 years ago, where we did a phone dock into a PC. One, it does drive additional costs, connectors.
Of course, yes.
We also had a product out called the TC1100, which was the first of the Slate tablets, and you can literally detach the screen from the keyboard, and you can carry it around. In fact, that's the #1 product I get emails for to bring out of retirement, is to bring the TC1100 back. So the hybrid products are interesting. for us, it's about, when you think about it, the compute power that's coming into these kinds of devices
Exactly.
can do 70 or 80% of the things that you want to do on a day in and day out basis.
Sure.
So is it really, do you want to need a hybrid, or does that really become your primary compute platform that I can then use HDMI out, put it to a big screen, I got a keyboard and mouse, and when I want to grab and go, I take the core components with me and turn it into a transportable or a more mobile platform.
So you see that as something that the industry as a whole, maybe not HP right away because it's not product time, but
well, we've done
it's
it in the
move.
past. We continue to think it's an important space, and it's one of those things where you got to get the mix of the right features, functions, cost, all of those things together.
Sure.
So it may be still a little bit early because it's still going to be a little bit on the pricey side to make those kinds of things.
I can see that.
But I think, probably you think about 2012 because now you're going to drive that Moore's Law benefit in this kind of piece, and you'll be able to get it under, $850. And once you get it under $850, then you're kind of at a mainstream price point.
Well, very good. Well, goodness gracious, what a wonderful thing to run into.
Thank you, Phil. We really appreciate you coming.
No, it's great to run into you guys, and have a good time at the show here.
Thank you so much.
Catch you later.